Yo, I just wanted to talk with you guys as I'm commuting on the way home from the gym. I was listening to some pretty cool tunes, and these tunes usually put me in a thought-induced state where I'm just lost in the sauce and daydreaming and shit. It's one of those where I don't even like realize I'm driving home, and then I realize I'm home. I want to talk with you guys about when I was in Japan. It was one of the nights after all obligations with sponsorships, any commitments and responsibilities were pretty much done for the most part. It was the day before the last day, and it dawned on me how much I should give myself a pat on the back, I guess. Because when I go on these trips, you run into all kinds of content creators from all walks of life. And in my mind, I'm like, shit, I have no enemies, so I can get along with whoever the fuck shows up. It doesn't matter, And that said, all of us met up one night, and I don't know if they're okay with me mentioning their names. It's not like we fucking met up and did some hardcore drugs or anything, bro. It wasn't really that deep. We just had a good time. It made adults feel like they were teenagers again with no responsibilities, honestly. But it was me, Braxophone, Genazad, Ryuku, Staparu, Sevi Plays, and then some guy who does Roblox content. That was Genazad's friend. By the way, cool as hell, great guy. Sorry if I don't remember your name, man. It was just kind of like you got roped in. This is the type of shit that happens on these trips. You just run into random creators, bro. It's like, hey, what's up, brother? All right, come hang out with us, man. Anyways, we met up one night, and the whole entire experience was just so fucking surreal and uncanny, because it's something that can only happen in Japan, because you'd be an absolute fucking idiot to do it in the States, especially where I'm from, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, if you go to a 7-Eleven at close to midnight and start drinking on the side, yeah, I don't advise it, man. I don't advise. First of all, people are gonna think you're bums, or they're gonna think you're somebody who probably does drugs and is up to no good, or you might get fucking robbed, man. I'm gonna be honest. You might get shot and killed. It's just not something that you can do in the States, but it's something we did in Japan. We went to what's called a Lawson, which is equivalent to a 7-Eleven. Wasn't too far from my hotel, and we went on a walk quite literally at about 11 to midnight. And I have never felt so safe in my goddamn life. Like, Japan is really just built fucking different with its environment, man. Those fat ass sidewalks too. I never forget those sidewalks. But we all met up. We had some drinks, with the exception of, I believe, Brax. I don't know. He doesn't drink anymore because he has to, like, caution his AFib. But anyways, we were drinking on the side for a bit. We were just shooting the shit, literally talking about any and everything. And one of the things I will say about alcohol, I'm not promoting anybody drinking it, but one of the cool things about it is, like, people open up a bit more, and you get to kind of have a bit more of an open heart. That mask slips off a bit, and you get to see like some raw feelings and kind of honestly connect. It's actually, unironically, it's one of the beautiful things about drinking, provided you can control your fucking liquor. But most people can't, unfortunately. And honestly, just to have a disclosure here, I don't advise drinking just because most people ain't me. I can drink fucking 10 shots of anything and still have a functioning, rational conversation. And I can't say the same thing for everyone else. Anyways, we met up at this bench, and I felt like this bench could have been the start of an isekai, bro. Like, a witch could have came out of nowhere, fucking casted, Bakuwaku explosion, obliterated us all, and we're in the isekai now, bro. Ripped to half the Gacha content creator's face. And we're in the middle of a fucking forest, bro, just drinking, laughing, debating. Dead ass, just like we were like fucking 16-year-olds, and we were loud as shit, bro. I think what Genazad's half Japanese. I think what he referred to us as is a bunch of fucking gaijins. I guess is what gaijins is what he referred to them as, which is like tourists, I guess, for Japanese. And we were just loud. He was like, dude, nobody gives a fuck in Japan as long as you don't bother them or anything. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, this is absolutely wild. Like, you can't do this in the States. It's just not a smart thing to do. Some cop's gonna show up and be like, the fuck are y'all doing, bro? Up against the wall. We were out there for so long, and one of us was insanely fucking unhinged, and it was one of the highlights of the entertainment of the night. It was great, bro. I loved it. And there wasn't there wasn't like a single subject that we just didn't just talk about. After that, you would think the night would be over. At this point, it was like 1 a.m. No. Turns out we went on a walk that led to nowhere, and we ended up at the beach wall of Japan. and it was a nice fucking like open field of grass before you come up to this beach wall. And we sat on top of it, looked down, and it's like 10 feet from the actual ground of going to the actual beach. There's no jumping down this shit unless you're a black guy like me. Everybody else ain't gonna be so fortunate, man. Even then, at 33, my motherfucking knees gonna be hurting if I jump down that wall. I'm just trying to paint a perspective for you guys. We sat there, shot the shit a bit more, had a wonderful fucking time, talked even more about even more things. And once again, a 33-year-old guy felt like a 17-year-old kid. And this was an experience that I feel only can happen at this point of our lives as functioning adults with responsibilities. This is something that can only happen on these type of trips that kind of like give you the ultimate incentive to take them. It's like Japan, sponsored. Other creators may or may not be there, but this is the time to go do something. This is the time to fuck off. And it's crazy, like, we can't enter these perceptions in our day-to-day lives because we're going down the rabbit hole, man. You know, the rabbit hole of, no, I got to get work done, I got to do this, I got to do that, I don't have time to hang out with friends, I don't have time to do any of this shit. Yeah, you do. You know, you just don't. But you get paid, you get sponsored to do the shit you'll do it. It's like, I guess it kind of just reminds me of how selfish I've lived my life these latest adult years. And it's something that I need to be more aware of when I'm not picking up the phone with my pop calls, when I'm not reaching out to my friends. My friends are the only ones that reach out to me. It's a lot to reflect on, man, you know? Anyways, that was my tangent for today. I'm fucking pulling in my house. Yeah, do with that experience what you guys will. I just wanted to share it with y'all, man. Peace, love, and happiness, and I'm out.